Who out there likes to keep magazines to say, oh, I'm going to use that article, or I'm going to make that craft, or I'm going to do that recipe? Well, I have got some old magazines. This one is from 2020, and this is Southern Living. And in it, there is one that I have been meaning to make for quite a while. This one, it's a kicked up slaw. And it's actually tropical. Now the first thing I want to do is go ahead and get all the ingredients out so we can just cut them all up and then just throw it together. You're going to need a couple different slaws, and if you can find this already cut up for you, by all means go ahead and do it. But I decided to go ahead and get some cabbage that they had. This one, we're going to get some Napa cabbage. Then we have a red purple cabbage. Oop. Next, we need some cilantro, and we need a jalapeno. I'm just using one. We're going to be cutting up, and I'll show you how to cut this up, this beautiful, nice smelling, fresh pineapple. We're going to need a couple of limes and an onion. And then I'll show you what we need that we're going to use for the salad dressing. Oops, and one thing I forgot to say is a red bell pepper. They're a lot sweeter. You don't want to use green. You can use orange or you could use yellow. First thing we're going to do is start with our Napa cabbage. And I don't want to have any of the core. I want all the tender part. Now the key to this is getting it sliced thin. You do not want big chunks of anything in this salad. You want everything to be like bite-sized and easy to chew, and so that you get a good mixture of all of it. I want to have about 4 cups of the shredded Napa, and that looks good. All right, now we're moving on to this, and once again, you don't want to have the core, so cut along the outside. I want to do the same thing I did with the other ones. I want to get a nice thin slice. Now I want to have 2 cups of the red or purple, and that looks good. Even just putting these 2 colors together, wow, this is a sight for your eyes. And when you get these reds and these other greens in there, it is beautiful. Now let's move on to our pepper. That is actually the easiest way to do a pepper. Then you have the seeds, you have the top and the bottom that you're not going to use, just set that aside. Now when you're cutting this, this is once again nice and thin. Keep your fingers curled under, so as you're slicing, you don't take a chance on cutting your fingers. Just like that. Let me finish this all up. Now I want to use a mild onion, and make sure this is once again really thin. I would say even thinner than what the other ones were. Then once that's done, we're going to take and cut that down in smaller pieces, and we're going to go ahead and add that in. Now this is where a little bit of kick comes in. We're going to use 1 jalapeno, and I had these in the freezer, so all I had to do was pull one out, and I am going to remove the seeds. That way it's not quite as hot. I'm just going to stack them together and do small pieces so it distributes throughout the whole salad. Look at those colors. Everybody is going to love this salad. Next up, we're going to do the pineapple. First thing I want to do is cut off the top, cut off the bottom, Now this center core right here, you don't want to eat that. That's tough. So you go all along it and just follow down. We got 2 cups out of that. Some of it was a little bit too ripe, so I did not want to go ahead and use that. Now we're going to move on to the dressing. Let's start with 2/3 of a cup of olive oil. Next, we need 2 teaspoons of honey. There's 1 and 2. We need to add in the salt. And that's going to be 2 teaspoons. Here's 1, 2. Now, black pepper, we're just going to do about 1/4 teaspoon doubled. So 1/2. Mix that all together. And now we're going to add in our lime juice. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead before we do that. And we're going to do the zest. Now that we got the zest off, and I ended up using this, and that took the rest of it off. Now we need to do the juice. I take a fork and then I squeeze it and move that fork around. Right now, to finish this up, we're going to pour this all over. Make sure we get all of it out. And I'm actually going to use my hands so that I can squeeze that in to all of that coleslaw. It smells good. It looks good. Now let's wipe our hands off. And we're going to take a little bit of cilantro. And we're going to break that off fresh on the top. Just like that. Now that we got it all mixed up, look how beautiful that is. All those colors. What a party in a bowl, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. It is a party of flavors just rolling around inside your mouth. You have the sweet, you have the bitiness of the lime, the heat of the jalapeno, and the crunch. This is definitely a keeper. You got to take this to your next party and you're going to be a hit. This is a hit. The best.